Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Phil, that's Sam.
Hey guys, what's up?
We are Bars and Barbells, and you know that because you're subscribed. If not, welcome. Glad that you're here with us for the first one, but we need you on the next one, so make sure you hit that subscribe button now. And we're doing Phil Collins for the first time on the channel today.
This is the first time?
No, I was just testing her.
I was like, I swear we did him before.
Just, get in the habit of things, seeing if she's awake. So
I knew we did Genesis, but
Yes.
I was like, we've also done just Phil Collins.
We did one performance from Phil Collins, Feel It in the Air.
Yeah, that was with
Remember
like the drum thing.
Yeah, his drum performance, and he was crushing that. That was really early on in the channel. We did that a long time ago.
It was long.
We were like living in a different place at that point, so it's been a while. And now we're coming to 1989 from him. This song here, Another Day in Paradise, won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year. Big song.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's impressive.
And as you said, he was in a part of Genesis, and we've done a little bit of Genesis as well. So getting immersed into some of the catalog, but obviously there's probably lots out there. So let us know down below with your insights on what you recommend we do from Phil Collins, assuming that we enjoy this one and we want to come back to it, right?
Yes, that's fair.
I got a feeling, though, if it got a Grammy of the Year,
it's probably pretty
Grammy
good.
Award, it's probably a pretty good song.
Yeah, I feel like I've liked all the stuff that we've done so far from him and Genesis. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pushback, though, from Genesis's standpoint on our channel, that is, of some people being like, no, we don't like this Genesis. And I think we caught wind of that, early on when we looked into Genesis, that there's certain segments of their catalog
eras that they went through
that are very different, right? So maybe we've gotten into more of the commercially successful Genesis that doesn't resonate with everybody.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Phil Collins, clearly a legend, and it's time that we learned a little bit more about him. So give us insights down below. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button, leave us a comment, like I said, subscribe if you want to join us on this journey. Enough of the chit chat. Let's get into Phil Collins, Another Day in Paradise.
Somewhere you can tell me. He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he crosses the street. Seems embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you. Cause it's another day for you, you and me in paradise. Think about it.
Ooh. That's so fire. The layering in that chorus is unbelievable. You've got like the bass, the keys, and some strings all layered together, and then like a pop from the snare coming right in after that. It's so fire. And then you have his like inviting and innocent but haunting vocal at the same time overlaid on
like
this.
almost like challenging you to like really be introspective and like think.
Yeah, and the spacing in the music as well is great. But that's just the thing I was listening to musically, right? Obviously the song itself, as you're alluding to, has some heavy meaning to it.
Yeah, for sure. And for some reason that like riff there, that sounds familiar to me, but I don't think I've heard this song itself.
100%.
So I don't really know where I would have heard that before, but yeah, like obviously challenging you to think about, like you see people who are struggling and you kind of just walk by like, not my problem, like blinders on, and then you don't really think about it's just another day for you in your normal, everyday life of paradise. And there's so many people out there struggling.
Yeah.
Homelessness is obviously a piece of that, but there's struggling in so many other ways too.
Homelessness, poverty in general. I think though, like when you think about it, it can be applicable to anybody, right? Somebody that's absolutely loaded and super wealthy, they could have a perspective of the same thing. It's just another day in paradise, right? And then you have somebody that's, middle class or upper class, but not super wealthy. And they're going to have the same thought process as another day in paradise for me relative to somebody else. And it kind of just continues down the totem pole, right? Until you get into a real state of poverty. And then it's like, you're nowhere near paradise. But
yeah, for sure. And I think everybody's been guilty of that. I know I have, right? You walk down the street and there's somebody there asking for money or something, and you just kind of pretend like you can't hear them because you're like, ooh, and just like go by, because you don't know like what their situation is, or if they're, what they're actually going to use that money for, or if it's factual or not, right?
So anyways, you were saying about this song and you recognize it. I agree with that as well. I don't know from where, if it's maybe a movie or if it was sampled. And I feel like I remember Phil Collins' name used a lot in hip hop songs for some reason, like artists talking about him and referencing him. So I think he may have been sampled a few times, I think.
Okay, so maybe this is one of them.
I want to say that Tupac sampled him as well. So anyways, maybe that's where I know it from, but not sure about that. But it's so fantastic. And I think the thing about this song is if I have heard it before, Another Day in Paradise, I thought it was like a happy song.
Yeah.
But it's clearly not.
No.
It's like Another Day in Paradise. You think, oh, that's great. I'm in paradise. But he's not referencing
Well, I
that
think it's
way.
sometimes, too, when you hear a song, right, like the chorus kind of sticks in your brain, but if you're not fully paying attention to the verses.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's like
You don't know what it
obviously
means.
talking about homelessness, but it's like if you're not listening to that, all you just hear is registers at Another Day in Paradise, right?
Anyways, let's keep it going, and we'll touch base and wrap things up at the end.
Think about it. She calls out to the man on the street. He can see she's been crying. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can't walk, but she's trying. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Just think about it.
That melody.
Oh Lord, is there nothing more anybody can do? Oh Lord, there must be something you can say. You can tell from the lines on her face. You can see that she's been there. Probably been moved on from every place, 'cause she didn't fit in there. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, it's just another
Great song. Love it. Really a great song by Phil Collins. You can see why it won a Grammy Award. I mean, very influential, but it's a great composition as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I think not to be overlooked is the music video, right? This is the official music video, and I think it has a lot of powerful imagery in there as well.
Yeah, it was interesting because we had read going into this that it was about homelessness, and a lot of the visuals, though, for me, were from international shots of, you know, different cultures from all over, whether they were Asian or looked like African or whatever. And so then it did say towards the end that there was 100 million worldwide that were homeless. It was 3 million, I think, in the U.S. and 100. And this is 1989, right?
Like it's probably gone up a lot since then.
Yeah, a ton, I imagine. So 100 million people homeless worldwide is astonishing to me. I mean, you know, when you start to think about the numbers of the amount of population and the percentage-wise, yeah, you could probably put 2 and 2 together. But 100 million people, that's like, you know, more than 2 times the size of Canada's population.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah. So you got like 2 times the size of a whole country that is homeless, which is unbelievable. And, you know, like you said, when we pause midway through, I think sometimes when you see the average person walking down the street that's homeless, you think to yourself, like, oh, if I give them money, you know, where are they going to go and, you know, give that or use that money for? And so then you think, okay, you can buy food and whatever. But then the other side of that is like, as we were referencing earlier as well, there are people with such an unbelievable amount of money. You know, we're talking billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars. There's people that, you know, in the future are probably going to worth $1 trillion. You know, we're talking about who's going to be the next trillionaire.
I can't even like conceptualize how much money that even is.
And there's people that don't even have a place to live. And that's kind of wild. I mean, especially I think when you look at, you know, government spending, when you know, look at whether it's Canada, US, whatever country it is, and the amount that they spend on useless programs, and, you know, people don't have the bare necessity of shelter. You know, I think we were reading that people have pushed back against Phil Collins because he made this song, because he's a wealthy musician.
And like, who are you to talk about that?
But like, you know, I think it's a message that should be out there and discussed. And, you know, he's not saying that he has the answer to everything. He's just trying to highlight the issue.
Bringing awareness.
And who that's homeless is going to be able to do that.
Yeah. No, I thought he was just bringing awareness to this and encouraging people to think twice about, you know,
You literally said that.
Yeah. Like, 1, be grateful for what you have. And 2, there's a lot of people who don't have that. So remember that, right? And if you can be gracious and help other people, then do that.
And we grew up with, you know, hit records that were bragging and talking about how much money you have and all of that. So you compare that to this, you know, it's like, for me, it's no contest on what the messaging I would prefer to be out there is. You know, I want a positive, influential message that's trying to lift civilization and humanity up, rather than being like, look how many girls and how much jewelry I have. Right?
My cars.
Yeah. And it's fine to be, you know, proud of your accomplishments, but, you know, I think our society in general has gone down that direction, that rabbit hole of like me. And this is an example of how music and culture and art was a great way to draw attention to things that matter.
Yeah, well, even in this time period, I know it's not super, super close together, but this was 1989, we said. And we also recently, who knows if it'll be up yet or not, but we just also did that Michael Jackson song talking about nature and the earth and being conscious about how we treat the planet.
Similar time period of, I think,
right?
1995.
So I feel like lots of music based on a cause at that time period.
Social awareness, right? Yeah. And I think the reason I like this as well is because it's like not politically charged in any way, really. You know, it's like it's highlighting an issue, but it's not an issue that I think most people are going to disagree with.
No, it's
you
just
know,
it's a humanitarian issue.
Yeah, it's like, you know, everybody should, you know, have shelter, right? And to some degree, right? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed our chit chat there that we had about Phil Collins, Another Day in Paradise. I love the song overall. Musically fantastic, great composition. I know we talked a lot about the issue at hand, but it was a really, really great song that I very much enjoyed. The melody was outstanding.
Well, I think that's also a great way to do it, right? Like, you want to raise awareness to an issue, but do it in a way that's going to be a song that people want to listen to.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
And so if you did like it, let us know down below in those comments.
Thumbs up.
Do what Sam just did and give us a thumbs up. Let us know what else you want to see from Phil Collins. We've got playlists of all kinds of different artists. We got Genesis. We've done some of Peter Gabriel. We've done all different kinds of genres of music as a whole. We do music, comedy, and sports as content on the channel. Music, comedy, and sports. I left out history.
And history.
We do that as well. So if you want to join us, hit the subscribe button. Come back tomorrow. We got 2 more videos coming then. And other than that, have a great day.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you then.